Some of the issues that actually we feel that needed to be covered and now which have been fully covered include issues like online exploitation and abuse of children, issues of radicalization of children, intersex issue has been mentioned in terms of also alternative and family-based care for children. We prefer now our children to be cared for in homes and within communities and within a family, much as we know also the good work that institutions are doing. But this is in line with a global shift of a care reform, where even the United Nations General Assembly in its resolutions has advised states that they should be strengthening families. Part of the other gains within the Act, there will be a children welfare fund that will be created by the CS Treasury. That's also intended to help children with vulnerabilities as much as possible. In our public participations, we were actually in tears when we had the ordeals that people who are intersex undergo through. Because imagine a situation where somebody had been identified with the name of a man, then over the years as maturity has come in, the female component of the person became more dominant. What name will that person be carrying? How does the person carry two names? What will appear on the certificate? When they even approached employers, there were real problems because people even will not trust them. Here comes a bearded young man, but in the certificates and the degree award and everything that the person had gone and then gone through, they carried the name of a female. In terms of what our institution is doing, already the incorporation and the provision for children who are intersex in this Act was part of the initiatives that the Council was doing since the Council was leading the process of development of the Act. And as I have earlier said, issues of policies, legislations, regulatory regulations, and government advisory was right under and as a function of our Council.
There are several provisions that the law has brought about that have been recognized as part of the emerging issues in our contemporary world that were not there in the prior Act. For example, the criminal responsibility of the child has been raised from 8 years to 12 years. The new law has also recognized intersex, which is a major issue according to the census that had been overlooked. So we have the boy and the girl and there's the intersex. So among other things, the other stakeholders that we have come on board so that we can be able to digest the law and get different perspectives. One of the provisions that stands out to me that is going to expedite cases and the backlog in court cases is that this Act has encouraged alternative dispute resolution, because there are cases that are capital, there are cases that are minor that could be resolved and avoid the backlog in our judiciary. So I think the fact that the court has brought, the Act has encouraged alternative dispute resolution is going to help hasten the administration of justice.
So some of the things that we have been able to see in the new Children's Act that was assented in July 2022 are basically issues. For example, we have emerging trends like emerging crimes like cyberbullying has been addressed, issues of radicalization, issues of enhancing 50-50 parental responsibility, where neither mother nor father has superior rights to the control over the child. We have other issues including a system whereby the DPP will come into place to just ensure that there is diversion for minor offenders, minor children offenders, for issues of children in conflict with the law. We have also seen a lot of encouragement in the Act that will enable the children being placed in communities and not in institutions as was before. So we are seeing CCIs, charitable children institutions, have been able to be given at least a span of 10 years to just see how they can wind up and and how they can also align themselves in incorporating children into the society.